What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto, or welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're new, I make videos about new cryptos, new projects, new coins launching, so ICOs, IDOs, whatever. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the best launchpads you can follow, you have to follow perhaps if you're really into new projects. But yeah, I did some research on certain launchpads, decentralized launchpads, right? I mean, you also have launchpads on exchanges, but those do not count. I can make a different video on that if you want to, but in this video we'll talk about the 3 launchpads that have the best success rate. All right, so the cryptos that have actually launched on those launchpads are now, in these current market circumstances, doing the best still. And apart from that, there's also some other criteria we will get into, but that's what we're going to be talking about. So if you're interested in more content like that, make sure to subscribe. But for now, let's get right into it. So I think you can see everything while my face is down at the left bottom, but here you can see all of the launchpads and IDO platforms, right? So an IDO is an initial DEX offering, I think. I'm not even sure, but it's usually decentralized launchpads. Here you can see all of them, and we have sorted on current ROI, so that's return on investment. So if you have actually invested 100 and it's worth 200 right now, then it's a 2x, right? There are certain things I look at, like for example, the number of IDOs. Here you have Lighthouse has done 1 IDO, yeah, and that has done very well. But we want launchpads that have actually done quite a lot of IDOs. And then for example, you see Polka Bridge. You can see 23 crypto projects have launched there. Great current ROI, but then if you actually check that out, then you see that it's all one crypto that has done very well, and the rest have all, well, pretty much sucked. So I've done some research on that, and I found 3 platforms, and they're actually pretty big platforms as well. If you're a little bit known, and if you have done and worked with launchpads already a little bit, you probably know these. But these projects are DAO Maker, Seedify, and Trustswap. Those are, in my opinion, and according to my research, the best launchpads to follow and to participate in their launchpad launches, right? So crypto projects, if they want to release a token, they have different ways to going about that. Using such a launchpad is one of those ways. And if they use one of these 3 platforms, I would argue those are the best to invest in. If you take a look at DAO Maker, they've had over 118 IDOs right now, so different projects. The ROI is just over positive, right? But we're in a bear market, so that's actually pretty good still, because the all-time high ROI on average is 34 times your investment, which is amazing. Apart from that, it's also they've raised a lot of money. It's just big projects usually go to DAO Maker. The other one is Trustswap. Trustswap and Seedify have a little bit of a lower ROI, but 0.7 times your investment in the bear market that we're in right now, in which the lower and newer coins are actually suffer the most, is still pretty good. And their all-time high ROI is also good, both above 20. Trustswap has a little bit lower at around 24 times your investment. Seedify is close to 30 times. Also, both have done a lot of projects, like 30 and 60. So this actually has some reliability as well. If we're talking about DAO Maker, they have launched projects like XCAT, GameFi, Orion Protocol, MyNamer, Alice. If we're talking about Seedify, they have launched projects like ChainGPT, which is currently at an ROI of 16.5, crazy. Blocktopia and some other lesser known but well-performing projects. And if we're talking about Trustswap, we're talking about Opulus, Carbon, a little bit newer. Trustswap is really the new kid on the block, but some of the recent launches have been doing fairly well. So now let's actually get into some of these launchpads. I've shown you why I think they're great. I showed you a little bit of their track record. DAO Maker. Let's quickly go over how much you need to participate, because to participate, usually what you have to do is you have to buy their own token and stake it. So to DAO Maker, to actually participate right now, that comes down to that you need to buy $340 of their DAO token. DAO, that's the name of the token. It's quite a lot, but Trustswap right now is close to $1,000, which is pretty crazy. And that's also one of the reasons why I think Seedify and DAO Maker are a bit better. And for Seedify, you just need $260. But this is obviously quite a lot of money. But apart from that, these tokens perform fairly well in a bullish market because launchpads are getting more popular. And apart from that, it also ensures that people will probably not dump that quickly, because if they have already invested this much, that means that they usually have quite a lot of money to play with and they won't dump too easily. DAO Maker, this is DAO Maker. I'll leave all the links down in the description. As I said, you have to connect your wallet, stake some DAO tokens to be able to, I think you need at least 250 DAO. And then you can participate in the projects you see right here. Some are in incubation. You can learn more about that and how it works on their websites. I could also do a video on that. Let me know if you're interested in that. This is Seedify, same thing. They have an IDO Launchpad right here and an INO that's in the NFT space. So for me, only the IDO is interesting. There you'll see the Launchpad home. You can actually see some of the projects like Cogito Protocol, which is a pretty good project. Made a video on that yesterday. But here again, you just have to stake right here under stake S fund. That's their own token. And then you can actually get access to all of the launchpads. But they also have guides on how to get access. For Seedify, you need 250 S fund. All right. And the more you get, the more allocation you get from those launchpads. All right. So the more tokens you can get of new projects. Then apart from that, the Trustswap is looking like this. It's a little bit smaller. Like I said, it's a new kid on the block. You can find out some more of their launches. Like I said, it's a bit smaller project, but they do have great returns. Here, same thing goes. Their own token, which is the swap token you actually need, and you need a staking score of at least 4,000 SWAP. And this unlocks guaranteed allocations, but I think you can also get it with a little bit less. So again, I'll leave the links down in the description. If you actually want to participate on these launchpads, they have guides on their website. Check that out. I can make a video too, but you'll have to let me know and I'll supply you with some more information on how to participate. But for now, this is my take on the best 3 launchpads in terms of if they have actually raised money for projects, if they are quite active, and their ROI, both current and all-time high. So if you do have any questions, if you want to discuss anything about these launchpads, let me know down in the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.